This is the new Tesla Model 3 Performance, and that is the very first Tesla Model 3 Performance. In fact, it's so early that it actually wasn't called the Performance back then. It's got some weird name. I'm sure Tesla fans can explain it in the comments. Anyway, we're going to drag race them over the standing quarter mile. The original Tesla Model 3 Performance has two electric motors for all-wheel drive. They combine to make around 450 horsepower and 640 Nm of torque. The car weighs 1,850 kilograms and it cost just under £58,000 back in 2020. The new Tesla Model 3 Performance has an almost identical setup. It has two electric motors for all-wheel drive, obviously one on each axle, and they combine to deliver 460 horsepower and 650 Nm of torque. The new car weighs 1,839 kilograms, so ever so slightly lighter, but it's more expensive at just under £60,000. Right then, Richard, before we get into this, I think we need you to explain, as a Tesla expert, what exactly is the car that I'm in, because it's not a proper performance, though it is a proper performance, but it's all very confusing.
Okay, Matt, so in the UK, when they first came in 2019, the big wheels and the brakes and the pedals and the spoiler were part of a performance upgrade package. So you could have a performance like you're in, which looks like any other, but goes as quick as the performance, but without all the extra bits. However, it wasn't around for long, so that car's quite unusual. It tends to be known as the P-, and you won't see it very much and people will just think it's a long range, but it'll be just as quick in a straight line as the performances you see with the alloy wheels and everything.
You do realise you just said urine and then penis.
I did not say penis. P-.
But he's not disputing urine. Also with these cars, Tesla never announced the horsepower back in the day, but now they do, don't they?
Exactly that. No one's ever really known the power. It depends where you look it up and such like. But now this current one in 2024 is quoted as 460 horsepower, which is different to the 510 horsepower US versions, because we have a different battery in Europe. This will be interesting to see how close it is to the old one.
Now there are some differences that I like about the old one. So I like having proper indicator stalks and the actual gear select here on the column, not the silly swiper that you have to put up with.
It's not for everyone. I got used to it. One difference we've got now, as well as better seats, is an insane mode. So you'll have chill and sport, I believe. I've got chill, standard, and now insane. So this claims insane. Let's see what it does.
Also, you said, yeah, you've got nicer seats, but I think your car also comes with adaptive dampers. This one didn't have them.
Yeah, adaptive dampers. It does make it more comfortable on the road. What people like about the P- is you get the straight line speed, but it doesn't sacrifice efficiency because you've got the efficient wheels and everything now. So a bit of an unusual car, that.
I've updated this to the very latest software. I'm in track mode, but what I'm going to do is go into the ability to change the handling balance. So I'm going to move it all the way to rear drive. I'm going to see if I can slide this thing about. Got stability assist is all the way off as well, -10. So let's see if it will slide around. Oh, I've got a lot of understeer there. Let's give it more lock and just spin it around. There we go. Let's go the other way. Oh, I went backwards. So it spun it around all right. I lost a bit of control at the end because I'm rubbish, but there we go. It's pretty good. I've driven the new one and I found it harder to slide about than this. This one's more predictable.
Do you want to try this one side by side, one from the other, or do you want me to have a go?
Do you know what? I will have a little go if that's all right, so I can compare and contrast. See if it was just me mentioning things. Gotta say, these seats are way better.
It's a lot better.
Way better. And the ride's better, even though it's on bigger wheels. Right, let's see if I can do it. Yeah, so I found this one harder to do when I take
bigger rear tyres, 275s now.
Look, it's actually stability controlling. It's stability controlling.
Let's try their drift preset then. Try that one. That's their drift preset.
I'm going to try and give it a bung. I mean, you got it going, didn't you, in the other race?
But I found it better at the higher speeds than the slower speeds. It would snatch around pretty quickly because once you break the traction, it really goes.
And see, so I can't get it going at all. So we're just going to go around in circles for half the day. Right, I feel sick.
Doesn't like you.
Do you want to try it? I feel really sick. I'm going to go over here. I feel ill. Okay, so I have no idea what I was doing wrong.
Is it just skills? Maybe I'm just this untapped talent. Do you want to have another go?
I was feeling sick. I wonder if it doesn't let
Shall
you.
I stand in the middle? I'll trust you.
No, don't stand in the middle, because I'm not even sure I'm going to get it to go. It's not as easy as the other one. So that's really interesting. It was almost like, because you were sat in the passenger seat, it wouldn't turn the stability off. And then when you get it going, it's very snappy.
It's snappy, isn't it? Yeah.
Whereas the old one, I could control it. The old one was easy.
Yeah.
This is not as good at it. Jump in a second.
All right, let's try again. All right. Now, let's just double check. Just getting in the car doesn't take it out of track mode. Sorry? Definitely track mode. Drift mode, sorry.
So if it doesn't do it now, we know that it doesn't allow you with the passenger.
Oh, it does it now.
I'm getting the hang of it now, but it's not as easy.
A bit wider. That's better. That's not bad, man.
That's enough of that.
No, that's better. That was it.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I think I had a slight jump.
Wait a minute, he got a better launch.
Pulling away, but not much. In fact, he's right there. There's now nothing in it.
You beat me off the line, but you didn't massively gap me.
Yes, I was surprised. You were still there. We seem to be then going about the same speed. That was interesting.
Yeah, so definitely off the line, that just took off. Maybe I can time my launch a bit better, but it might be what we're just talking about. The tyres, you've got more grip, so it can deliver more of its power without slipping. And so maybe that's just giving you a better launch, or whatever it is about this car. It just doesn't have the power right from the get-go, but there wasn't much in it. It's gonna be interesting when we get to the rolling races, but before then, let's try another drag. So we have raced that car already today, and more on that in a moment, because I will reveal the time that it got in a previous race when its battery was full a bit later on. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
I had him off the line.
Oh, he got me in the start a little bit there, so I've got to catch up. He's pulling on me.
That's going to be a bit disappointing.
Come on then, this should come back. Come on. Come on.
Let me just check I didn't jump then, but really interesting. It's the same story. There was the gap and it remained the same. Can the umpire say if I jumped or not?
No jumps.
Right, let's do best 2 out of 3. This is not what I'm expecting.
This is more expensive. Come on.
Wait a minute, we've got a new starter. What's going on here? I was dialed into that last starter.
Guys, I was gassed in for a piss. I can come back if you want.
We'll stick with this starter. They all sound the same anyway.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was exactly on the line.
Neck and neck start.
Come on. Come on, what's going on?
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
He's right there. In fact, he's pulling on me slightly. We were exactly even off the line.
Richard, how do you feel about your new Model 3 Performance?
That speaks for itself. We were dead even off the line, I think, and there wasn't much I could do about you just pulling away slightly. So I can't give you many answers.
I'm pretty much thinking it's the battery, because it was so close to that Hyundai, and the Hyundai was doing an 11.3, so I reckon that was doing an 11.4 earlier. Your battery being low is buggering it.
I'm at 60% now, and it doesn't feel quite as violent as it did earlier in the day. I would have to say the explanation here is by the time you get to 60% battery, the power's dropping off, and I can't keep up with that car, which is 4 years older.
But this does have a full battery, but it's got an older battery. And let's be honest, most of the time you're not going to be at full battery power, are you? Oh well. So then what exactly happened? Well, the old Model 3 Performance won. It completed the standing quarter mile in 11.7 seconds. The new Model 3 took 11.8 seconds. However, we know the new Model 3 Performance can go faster over the standing quarter mile, as we've timed it at 11.3 seconds in the past. Its slower time here could probably be explained by the fact that the new car only has 60% of charge left, whereas the old Model 3 Performance has 90% of its charge remaining. So it appears the state of charge affects the performance's performance, if you get what I mean. Right, now we have a rolling race from 30 miles an hour over the half mile. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my God, that just shot off.
I think I'd started slightly ahead of him. We're now neck and neck.
But now I feel like I'm reeling it back in.
Just about holding him off.
Tell that back, or am I? I don't know, I can't decide. Maybe it's just the same.
Why is this not faster?
Right, your car picked up noticeably quicker and it like got ahead and then it just stayed where it was for most of the time, and then towards the half mile it just started to eke past. I meant to look at my speedo to see what speed I was doing, but I forgot.
Why is this not faster than that by much? It's the same.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, the initial pickup was a bit more. Let's try again, but from 50 miles an hour. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, that was an even start. Oh, come on. He's pulling on me.
That's not making any sense to me.
Only a little bit, but I'm flat to the floor. There's nothing I can do.
It picked up better. So it was almost like a bit of a reversal then.
I think it's down to reaction time. They just seem pretty dead even. You had that little jump, but I couldn't do anything about it.
I do think that you being on less battery than me is affecting you. Yeah, so I'm at 79% battery, so I was probably on around like 90 when I was doing the drag racing maybe.
Yeah, I started 68 and I'm now down to 54.
I think it's affecting it. Anyway, brake test. My car, being the penis, doesn't have any upgraded brakes, does it? Yours has the performance brakes, which now have a special, what is it, special pad from the track pack or something?
Yeah, apparently it now has the track pack pads in. I have to really concentrate on that. Track pads. And they do feel a little bit better higher speed, but let's see how different they are. I've got wider tyres, bigger brakes, I've got no excuses, and you're just in a penis.
I'm glad he said I'm in one rather than am one. Your battery level is going to make no odds to the brake test, so let's just do this. Now, if you'd rather watch another drag race video with some Teslas, click on the pop-out banner up there or use the QR code on the screen now. If not, stay here for the brake test. See if his brake pads make all the difference. Here comes the line. I don't know what to say.
Again, there's not much I can do. I'm pressing the pedal as hard as I can. I mean, they feel like they got a good bite, but maybe reaction time difference. It wasn't exactly miles behind you, was I?
Yeah, you're actually ahead of me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like.